Today's date is the 19th of March, 2025, and this is a quick update because I haven't uploaded in like 2 to 3 weeks to this channel. So lots happened. To put it all in a nutshell, because a lot of the videos I actually have made, I probably won't post until like way later on. But anyway, so I took a leave of absence from the gym. Basically on the grounds that I wasn't being treated fairly, and I'm going through so much on my own right now between handling my work part-time, my relationship, trying to start my own business, trying to build an Ironman suit, and and also trying to help with the fitness studio. Like, it's so much to juggle, and when I am putting all I can into things that aren't necessarily a priority for me, and I'm not being really acknowledged or considered for the work I do, it really drives me nuts. So that's kind of what happened, and I had to take a leave of absence. I basically quit, to sum it up. So they're working on renegotiating the whole terms of our agreement and everything, and because I don't want to leave the studio, I don't want to quit. I don't want to. I'm not a quitter. I never have been. I'm not. It's not in my blood to be a quitter. But I know my limits, and I know that at a certain point, you can only deal with so much crap, and you have to just walk away. You have to play hardball and just walk away. Even if you're super close, but again, you're not being treated fairly. It's like I've had some games people want to play, they can play it, but you may have players leave, and that's what happened. So hopefully, we can figure this out. I'm meeting with one of the owners tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we can figure stuff out, and there's some negotiation terms that I was sent yesterday, which are all very, very fair. It's they're all very reasonable. It's just that, again, you can't expect people to work for free and not get any kind of compensation, and also be constantly scrutinized for what they're not doing, even when they're doing a whole bunch of stuff that you may not think is important because you don't know how to handle a business, but is actually fundamental for any business. So I'm going to leave that at that. I'm also meeting with the owner of the. I'm also meeting with another owner tonight, which should be good. Hopefully that will go well. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff, and I will definitely make a new video on that. But I really want to try to get this whole area, this whole region back on top, and this region can be so much more. And whenever I drive through it, it just makes me sad. I see, the houses falling apart, the businesses that are closed. I deliver, pizzas and food to people who look like they're just struggling, and it's a shame. It's a shame. This place should be the shining beacon of the North, but it's not, because certain people just don't seem to care enough. And unfortunately, that mindset trickles down to everyone below it, and then everyone eventually kind of succumbs to that mindset. And now it's more of just like, it is what it is, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be what it is. It can be so much more. And I'm trying to use my mindset and my talent to show people that you aren't limited by where you are. You're only limited by the boundaries you make in your mind. I don't have any boundaries in my mind. I don't have any limits. I don't have any restrictions. I am free, and I've felt more free than I've ever felt in my entire life. Yes, I'm still struggling immensely. Yes, money is obviously still an issue. Yes, I have a whole bunch of things that I probably should be paying for and dealing with that I'm not doing. But those things will always be there. The problem I've had, and the trap of life itself, is falling into these habitual problems that will truly never go away, and instead staying completely and what's the word I'm looking for? I need to read the dictionary. Your focus the focus you have on your idea must be unmatched. It must be uncalculable. It must be uncomparable to any focus you have on anything else. The idea is what will save you. The idea is what will bring you out of the hell you're in and take you out of the paradigm you've been stuck in. The idea you have in your mind, whether that's becoming Iron Man or an entrepreneur or whatever, having that idea is what will bring you out. And it is that idea that has taken me to where I am now, which from an outside perspective doesn't look good. I'm literally just recording a video in my shed, but I have more going for me now than ever before. I'm working with several different businesses right now. I am technically, or at least was as of a week ago, a general manager for a fitness studio, and also most likely now going to be business owner of that studio, and as well looking to be a business owner of another place in Berlin. So, and on top of that, as if that wasn't enough, having a social media advertising agency with several different massive businesses, some of which have over 100 employees. So I am in a very advantageous position, even though my direct environment appears bad. It's very interesting how that works, but you have to keep the mindset. You have to keep pushing forward. I have to keep focused on what's important, because that is what's going to take me out of here. Me just focusing on the struggle and the debt and the money and the concerns and focusing on all of that is what I've been doing for the last 4 years. And it obviously hasn't worked because I'm still here. I haven't had any dramatic change in half a decade until right now, where I decided at the end of 2024, I was going to change my life and take myself from where I am to where I want to be, and that is only through my idea. I have known my entire life that I am destined to become this world's real life Iron Man. But for the longest time, I didn't ask myself what that meant. What does Iron Man mean? What does that mean? It's a very broad term. You know, there's like the bodybuilding Iron Man, there's the actual science fiction character Iron Man. What is Iron Man to you? And that's something I asked myself last year that really got me thinking, because for the longest time, my goal, becoming Iron Man, was a very open-ended goal. It could have meant a whole bunch of different things. But once I really narrowed it down and refined the idea itself, it made everything so clear. It made my path to success so much more visible. And now I am actually achieving more in such unreal time than I've done in any other point in my entire life. I have achieved so much in the last 3 months. I've done more in the 3 months than I've done in the last 5 years, to put it bluntly. I gained 100,000 followers on my social media reboot in less than 24 hours. Now I'm up to 200,000 followers. I became the general manager for a fitness studio, of which now I'll hopefully be becoming a business partner. I've connected with numerous other businesses within my area who want to work with me personally and pay me for running their website and their social media campaign. I've met several great friends who are willing to help me on all my ideas. And I also got a new part-time job. So I'm in a great position. Even though my environment is still questionable, and even though I still have a bunch of financial concerns, those will be there this whole journey, this entire time, and it will just change. The only thing that will change is the number. Right now, I need about $2,000 to pay off my debt. Eventually, it'll probably be $10,000, and it'll be $200,000. But if I'm making $1 million, it puts things in perspective. You see what I'm saying? You know, right now, I'm making, let's just say $2,000 a month, but my debt is like $3,000, and if I just stay focused on all the debt and paying all the stuff off and just screw everything else, leave everything else aside, I'm losing what's most important, because the debt will always be there. There's always going to be something that's going to cause some kind of monetary debt. And that is the same for everyone, So I'm looking forward to what's to come. I have a very good feeling about this year. I know it's going to be the most successful year I've ever had in my entire life. I've known this to be true since last year. And so far, I have proven myself completely and utterly right. It is quite literally the most successful year I've ever had. The beginning was just immaculate, and even though I'm still having issues, the opportunities that are right in front of me are so grand. And to stack on top of that, I have an idea for a new business that, if done correctly and if executed properly, would, I believe, change not only this entire area, but it would change a certain industry for a long time. And I have a very good feeling about it. I've been working on it for the last few days, probably like the last 2 days to be exact. And all I have to do is make sure that I'm in a position where I can't lose it no matter what. I have to be in complete control, have the majority stake in the entire company, and I have to make sure that legally, I'm protected. So I have an attorney right now who I'm working with, who is ready to read any documents I have, ready to draft up any documents. I have him on standby. And it's funny because the industry, I vowed I would never be a part of this industry. I quite literally promised myself in high school and after high school I would never get involved, but here we are. Now it's one of my biggest ideas. So funny how that works. Such the way with most things that have happened to me. My enemies become my best friends, and the ideas that I thought were once garbage now are gold. So funny how that works. But anyway, I'm very excited for what's to come. Like I said, I'll be making another video probably either tonight or tomorrow that's going over the events of what happens later today, this evening, and tonight. I have 2 meetings today, both of which are with businesses that I want to work with and people that I want to work with. The first one is with a business owner in Berlin, and the second one is with one of the business owners in Gorham. So, ironically, at the same business address, but in 2 different towns, which is fascinating. The same number address. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I'll make a video later. I'm gonna throw this up on the on YouTube and get rolling with just cleaning up. And I also have to prepare. Actually, I have to finish drafting up the business plan for the first meeting, which I have actually quite a bit done, but I have to finish it. So anyway, I'm gonna go, and I will see you in the future.